everyone, I'm Jodi and welcome to my channel. I'm really glad that you've stopped by today. If you are new, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you take time to look at all the videos and all the content that are listed on this channel down below to find new products, new reviews, new beauty trends, tutorials, everything that you need to stay and look your most beautiful for those of us that are 40 plus, in my case 50 plus. Yeah. Okay, that's sometimes harder than I think to admit on the internet, but you know what? It's out there, so it is what it is. Today we're going to talk about my most repurchased drugstore beauty products, and I do have a few skincare in here as well. And the reason I wanted to do this video is I think that as times are getting a little tighter and we're just more aware of things like gas prices and inflation and supply chain, that I wanted to bring to you products that I repurchase time and time and time again, not just for the last month, but years. I've repurchased these for years, and they are products that I believe in. I'm not sponsored by any of these products. I just thought if I was going to share some valuable information to my girlfriends, if they're just looking at how they're spending their beauty budget right now, what would be some things that I would say, you know what, I've used this, it's a staple in my collection, I go back to it, then that's what this is about. Not only do I have a few skincare along with the beauty items, I have a couple that I grab just for summer, year after year after year. So I wanted to share those with you as well. So I'm also curious, what beauty product that is in your staple? Like, what is it that you repurchase time and time and time again? Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear what that is. And also, if you do like this video, certainly you can wait till the end to like it, but just trust me, you're gonna like it. You can hit that like button. And also, if you have not subscribed, I'd love for you to be a subscriber. In fact, only about 20% of you that watch my videos have subscribed. So there's 80% of you that I have not converted. So I'm still working on it. And hopefully this will be the video that gets you, wanting to subscribe. All right, if this is the type of video that you think you're interested in, you want to learn about some products that have been around for a while but are good old standard products, then we're gonna get started. All right, as I mentioned, most of these are drugstore products, and that doesn't mean anything other than the price point is a little bit more comfortable and budget-minded. The first one is the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Spray. Now, I talk about this on almost every video, and the reason is because a lot of women in the 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus, 70 plus bracket are looking for some way to set their makeup, but not with powder. As you know, as we age, our skin tends to get a little bit more dry, and when you layer that powder on, it just... Now, the reason that I love this is because it's long lasting, and it does have a slight bit of alcohol, but hardly any compared to some of the more popular, all-nighter MAC Fix Plus. So I really do try to find one that is very low alcohol content because, as you know, alcohol is very drying to the skin, which is another reason I take when I put my perfume on. I also try to put it on my clothes versus my skin, just that I'm not adding a spritz of alcohol to my skin every day. So there are different versions of this one. This is the Dewy Coconut. I like it because when it dries, it does dry. It doesn't dry to a matte, but it doesn't dry looking dry either. So, and it has a great smell of coconut. It's fantastic. So love, love, love this. And yeah, it's something I repurchase on a very regular basis. The next one I talk to you guys about a lot, especially when I do a sort of a bronzy summer glow, and that's this Milani Suntan. This is in Silky Matte. This is probably my fifth one. I'm covering it like there's a mirror there. There's no mirror there, which is probably important to know if you look for a mirror in your bronzer. But this is just such a nice bronzer. I have it on today, and it's just a really, let me just put it so you can kind of see. Well, now it looks like I gave myself a bruise. It's just a very pretty bronzy color. You can see how well it blends on top of my foundation. And it just gives you sort of that sun-kissed look. Now, if you use the L'Oreal True Match Nude Tinted Moisturizer, I'm wearing it right now in 4 to 5, then this goes over really nicely to just give that little bit of bronzed look so that you don't look all monotoned with just a foundation, because no one has just one color to their skin. So that's one of the reasons that I love this, but it goes well with a lot of different skin tones. It's tan, it's not orangey, it's not ashy, it's not gold. It's just the perfect tan color, I think. So Milani knocked it out of the park with that one. To go along with sort of that summer makeup theme, another thing that I love, and I have it all the time, and I even use it in wintertime just a little more sparingly, and that is the Revolution. This is their highlighter, and it's called Highlight Reloaded. And the reason I love this so much is because of how small the glitter or highlight is. You know, as we age, our skin does tend to texture, and the more highlight particles that are in your powder or your cream, the more light reflecting pieces there are to really help highlight and emphasize all of those textures in your skin. So when you look for a highlight, you want one that's very, very creamy, very small, where you can't even see the glitter, but it almost looks wet or just a like a highlight shine. So that's one of the reasons that I love this one. I wear it again year round, but in summer it gets a little bit, it goes on blast, I would say. So it's just a very pretty highlight. It's perfect for more mature skin. It doesn't show the texture of the skin. And while it looks like a powder, it wears more like a cream. It's very, very creamy. So love this one by Revolution. Back to Milani, I love lip liners. You guys know I love my lip liners, and I tend to stray not out of nude. There's like 3 shades within nude. That is really my spectrum of lip liners. And this one by Milani is they're all natural. And I love this one. I have it on today because it's just the perfect nude. It's not too peachy, it's not too pink, and it's not too light. So for me, it pulls just enough of the different color blushes that I like to wear, and it helps pull with sort of my darker eyebrows. So it's not too light where it sort of looks faded into my lips, but it's also dark enough that not new, we've all seen it before if we lived through the 90s, but the recycled version of those 90s slightly overlined lips with a lighter lipstick. This is perfect for that. So another Milani, I'm just a Milani fan, and I didn't realize how much Milani products I use. Again, not sponsored, until I started pulling stuff together for this video of all of my favorites that I repurchased. And I'm like, gosh, there's quite a few Milani in this pile. The next one is again Milani, and this is their number 8 soft rose? Yeah, soft rose. This is their creamy lip gloss. I wear this a lot, especially for those of you that used to follow me and wear that, you know, that Georgia peach color, the 910 from L'Oreal. Yeah, that they discontinued. That was a heartbreaker, but we had to get over it. So this Milani is replaced that for me. Not only does it have a nice color to it and a nice gloss, but it's also slightly plumping. Now, there are very few things at my age that I would recommend that we do that has plumping properties, unless it's on our face, and this is one of them. So I love it for that, and it goes really nice with that Milani all natural lip liner. And that would look nice on a lot of different skin tones. Obviously, it's gonna look lighter if you have darker skin tones, and it's gonna look darker the lighter your skin tone. So if you get too fair of skin, that could be a little bit too dark unless you're going for more of an evening or a soft glam look. But really pretty, and it's plumping. And not only is it's plumping without that sort of tingle feel, but it does have that plumping effect. So love it for that purpose. All right, next, let's stick with the lips for a second because I have one more lip product, and that is by NYX. This is their lip liner, and this is in all natural. I go back and forth between this one and the Milani. They're both pretty darn close to the same color, as you can see. Yeah, they're both pencils, so one doesn't wear, I don't think, much better or worse than the other. One isn't a gel type liner. They're both pencils. They both come in a pencil form. They both need to be sharpened. So the price point's pretty much the same. You definitely don't need 2 lip liners, and especially because they are so close to the same color. Boy, it looks like I'm in kindergarten with my drawing. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, they're so close to the same color. So if you favor one brand over the other, then that might be a good pickup for you. And you can just wear them year round. I think that they're just the right color. You can darken them up, you can lighten them up. Unless you're gonna go with a bold red lip, then maybe not the best option. All right, next we're gonna move on to eyes, and this is the Revlon Color Stay. Now, I typically will go back and forth between this and Smashbox's Always Sharp, and I love the Smashbox Always Sharp because you can twist the lid and it's always sharp. This one, it does not need to be sharpened. It is the gel liner. It is a twist from the bottom, so there's no need to sharpen it. That's one of the reasons that I love it so much. And it has this smudge on the back, so that if you do want to have a very nice crisp wing liner, you can get it from this tip. If you want to smudge it out a little bit for more of that soft glam or a smoky eye, then you have the ability to do this. And I use this one a lot sort of under my eyes just to soften out that line so that I don't have a harsh eyeliner line. If you find, I should mention, if you find that you like the, this edge, but you're like, gosh, I just really want one day, I want a really sharp little flick, there's a nice sharpener right there. So you can just go in and sharpen away, and you kind of always have them almost always sharp. I'll link all these products in the description box below if you just want to look at them or do some window shopping. This is in black brown. Apparently I couldn't decide if I wanted black or brown, so I went with a hybrid of both, which is probably not a bad idea because then I can lighten it up or darken it up. See, 2 for 1. This next one is, you guys have seen me use this a lot. This is the Flawless Brightening Concealer by e.l.f. I use this a lot as a highlight. So if I'm going to be more of if I want an evening type bold look, I will put this on right over my blush. It says it's a highlight concealer, a brightening concealer. I don't conceal with this because I don't want my concealer to be bright. I use it more as a little bit of a highlight. I'll put it on and then I'll go over it with just a little bit of this Revolution and just ever so softly, and it just helps both of those products stay a little bit longer. And that's something that's not an everyday double up on these. I also like this because sometimes I'll just put it in the corner of my eyes just to give it a little bit more of a brightening look right in the center of your eyes. So this is something that I'm never without. It's just a handy product to have. And this is in Light 23C. Okay, next we're gonna go back to lips. Apparently we have a lot of lip products today. I love these Burt's Bees lip shimmers. I've talked about these before in a recent video. They come in a variety of colors, but when you're looking for a lip product for mature skin, with colors that are good for summer, then I just don't think you need to go farther than Burt's Bees lip shimmers because they're very hydrating with the products and the ingredients that they have in them. The color spectrum is wide enough that everyone can find a color for an everyday use. I use this as, I think this is the grapefruit. I go back and forth between grapefruit and watermelon. This is the grapefruit. It's what I have on today, just to give it a little bit of a nourished type look, but also hydrating. That's the look that I have on today. So between, your lip liner and your lip gloss, if you will, and then this lip shimmer, all 3 of them, I think you're under $22. I'll link everything below, but not a bad price combo when you consider you can mix and match a lot with just these 3 products. Next, we're gonna go to eyes, and I'm rarely without, and if it is, it's by accident, my Neutrogena Hydro Boost waterproof mascara. So I love 3 coats of mascara. My 2 coats are regular mascara, and then my 3rd coat is always waterproof because I want to ensure that whatever mascara I'm using, it is not leaving or transferring any color down underneath my eyes. And it's hard to find a really good mascara that looks good on your eye that doesn't transfer. Now you can powder underneath your eye, of course, which I lightly do, but I would prefer to just add a little bit of a waterproof mascara to coat the lashes to keep them from transferring. And most waterproof mascaras do have a drying effect to them. This one does not. It has hyaluronic acid in it. So that's, I think, why I keep going back to it, just because I don't feel like my lashes are getting dry and brittle and falling out as much. That, and I wash with coconut oil. So, and I use Revitalash. So I think all, 3 of those things help, but this is my waterproof mascara, especially during summer. Good waterproof mascara. You just have those visions of coming out of the pool and you just flow your hair back and you have these great lashes. If we don't have false lashes or lash extensions, you could probably still get kind of that look with this. All right, next is this will be no surprise. In fact, if I didn't have it, you guys would call foul on this video and be like, that's not a true video because you did not use your Kiko Milano Cream Blush. So I love these. I just ordered from Amazon. Kiko Milano is a cosmetic company out of Italy. It is a quality brand. And by that, I mean, I've tried multiple different SKUs, different products. I've tried their lip liner, their cream blush, their foundation, which I really like. It's a thicker one. It's a 2-in-1 concealer and foundation. And then their cream blushes, their eyeshadows and eyeliners. I think I already said that. But these, for cream blushes, which is my preferred blush as we age, you just can't beat these. And they're great quality, good color. They have just enough shimmer in them to add a little bit of glow to your skin, but they're not shiny or glittery, which again, I stay away from. I really try to fall to the matte side of blush, and they're so easy to carry and just so easy to real fast and you're done. So I love these things. I don't invest in Kiko Milano, but I should because I try to tell everybody about them. I think they're awesome. Not sponsored, which by the way, Kiko Milano, you should sponsor me because between you and La Roche-Posay, I'm pretty darn loyal to those brands. Next is the Neutrogena, and this is the Rapid Tone Repair, the vitamin C. I've talked about this in videos before, and I can't stress to you guys how much I love these. And it's just the thing about vitamin C is it's difficult to stabilize the ingredients in vitamin C, and a lot of it comes down to the packaging. The better the packaging, the more stable the product is, the more effective it is on your skin. I sound very intelligent. I read all that out of a book that were written by scientists, so that's how I know that. But you probably saw in my video, I'll link it up here on my skincare routine. I have loved these things because it's just the right amount. When you open it, you twist this and it's a capsule and you drain it out. It's just the right amount for your face, on your neck, and the leftover on your hands. I can feel a slight, sting is the wrong word, but I can feel it's not a warming sensation. Maybe sting is the right word, but the very lowest degree of a sting. It's not a burn or anything uncomfortable. Now, I don't have sensitive skin, so know that if you have sensitive skin, you may want to use this less frequently, like maybe once or twice a week. I use it about 3 times a week. And I love the way my skin looks after using it. It feels bright. It doesn't feel like it's dull. It feels like it's exfoliating as it should be. So I've been a big fan of these, and they are an absolute staple in my skincare. Next is a non-beauty product, but it's kind of beauty because your beauty products need it. And that is the Cinema Secrets Quick Drying Makeup Cleanser. This, I can't talk about this enough, especially if you have any investment in your makeup brushes, or if your makeup brushes they're not clean every day. There's no way they can be unless you clean them every day, and that's a little bit hard to do. So I love cleaning them with this. It's very simple. I have a whole video on how I do it. I'll link it at the end. But you can get these small bottles. Again, I just get them from Amazon. You literally just dip your brush, the very tip of it, into the Cinema Secrets. It works its way into your bristle. You let it sit there for just a minute or two, and then you rinse it out and wipe it on a brush until all of the color comes out of the brush. Again, my video shows you everything you need to know. I clean my Real Technique brushes. I clean my Sigma brushes with that, my MAC brushes, my Bobbi Brown brushes, Wayne Goss brushes. Every brush I have used this, and it cleans them very nicely. It's important that we clean our brushes no matter what our age, but it helps to keep your face from breaking out and getting some of that dirt and grime from old makeup into clogging your pores. So it's something that I try to do about every 3 weeks. My Kabuka brush for my foundation, I do every 2 weeks. So that's without fail. So I've loved this, and it's just something if you're just struggling with how to get your brushes clean and you don't want to spend, you don't want to commit 2 hours every couple weeks to do it, this makes it super, super simple. All right, as I told you that I have a couple products that are just in my normal repurchasing program for summer, and I wanted to share those with you because summer's right around the corner, right? It's now June. One of them is the La Roche-Posay sunscreen. This is their sunscreen 60. I love this. I'm never without it in the summer. As you guys know, I do an IPL when I need to remove any discoloration, any freckling. Once you have an IPL, your skin becomes even more sensitive to the sun. So to avoid any risk of sun damage, I like to have a good sunscreen. I use their daily sunscreen every day for my face. This is what I use on my body. If I'm gonna be out by the water, if I'm gonna be out in the sun at all, if I'm gonna be on the golf course for a couple hours, I reapply it about every hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on if it's hot and I'm sweaty or doing any activities. But this stuff really has kept me from freckling, and that's sort of how I know if one works, is if once I've had an IPL, I've removed spots from my skin, I put this on because I don't want to go through that process every year. It's a little painful and expensive. So I lather this on, and I can go through a whole summer without getting new age spots or sunspots, and I swear it's because of this. So La Roche-Posay, thank you for another great, great product. Now, if I have an event out and I'm going to be showing more of my arms or my legs, I will mix it with this Sally Hansen, and this is the leg makeup. This can be pretty thick. I think this is in the Suntan. It's pretty thick, so I like to just mix it just I'll just show you guys here. I like to mix it. I seem to cut all my products, right? I dilute everything. I don't use anything in full strength. So I will just mix it with that sunscreen, and it just becomes a very nice, workable product that still has the, I didn't think that through very well because I don't have a napkin in here to wipe this off. So we'll see how this goes. So you can see just how pigmented that becomes, and that's cut in half with some sunscreen. And once you put this on and really rub it into the skin, it doesn't look like this. It's not a big glob of suntan something on your hand. I'm probably not doing a very good job demonstrating it, but if you rub it in, it will look nice. We'll put it on the back of my hand because I don't want it all over my shirt. And then what I do is I just let it dry for about 20 minutes before I will put anything on it, so that it doesn't transfer onto my, cream shorts or something like that, or a, white t-shirt. And then I am good to go. But I do let it sort of set for a little while. You can see the difference. And it's just a very nice, healthy looking tan. Gives a little bit of glow to the skin, but not shiny or glittery or anything that's, too, I don't know. I think about that really pretty bronze look that's just not, I don't feel like it's age appropriate for me. I don't want to look glowy. But I do want a nice tan that just looks like I have some healthy skin. So that is a fan favorite of mine. And then last but not least, and if you have not seen these or you've not tried these, I highly recommend you do it, but do it when you don't have to be somewhere in about 7 to 10 days. And that is these feet masks. Now they're exfoliating. You put it on your foot. It's just a little booty, and you put your foot in it for about an hour. And it already has everything that you need inside the booty. It comes with 2. You just cut it in half. You can see there's one booty. I just got suntan stuff on it. And there's the other booty. So you cut it in half here, and you slide your foot in it, and then this goes across your ankle and stays nice and tight. You leave it on for about an hour, and then you rinse it off, and then in about 7 to 10 days, your foot looks as though you are shedding an incomplete layer of skin, like a snake, and it doesn't do it conveniently in all one day. It takes about 4 days, maybe 5, depending on how dry your feet are, to really slough off that skin, and it is not cute. It's not pretty during that sloughing of the skin, that 4 or 5 days, so you don't want to do this a week before you need to show your feet somewhere. If you're going on vacation, do it a good 3 weeks before your vacation so that you can get rid of all that dead skin. And then you'll want to maybe go get a pedicure so that your feet look nice and you're ready to go. But it really does help get rid of all that dry skin, that cracked skin around the heels that can sometimes happen, around your toes if you have that. But again, just be aware that you'll jump out of bed in the morning and you'll be like, what happened to my feet? Why are there big chunks of dry skin on next to my bed? It comes off in the shower, it comes off in your socks. There's about 4 days where it's not cute, but there's about 4 months where they do look good. So it's well worth it. It's just one of those things that you just keep on the down low and everyone doesn't have to know that you do it. So that really is the products that I repurchase time and time again that I wanted to share with you guys, so that as you're looking to save some money and purchase products that work, and you only want to buy 1 or 2 going through the summer, or you're just looking to pick up a few new drugstore items that you want to add to your makeup collection for summer or just to add, then those are some that I can comfortably and honestly share with you that I use them, and I go back to them time and time again and repurchase. So I hope this video was helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Refer it to any of your girlfriends that you think might also enjoy it. I'm gonna go wash off my hands before I touch anything like my camera lens, because that would be really bad. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.